Been it hot. Been it hot. Hold up. You gotta turn it up, homie. Ugh. Hi. Welcome to my hot tiny tube. I'm like, turn on the lights, it'll be great. But it's like hot today. And I'm extra sensitive. How much of this extra that we're feeling is just because we're all feeling extra sensitive? This is how the meek is supposed to inherit the earth, kids. I mean, fellow adults, my videos are not for children. I cuss a lot. I cuss like a fucking goddamn sailor. That's for Robin Williams. I got the Popeye vibe. So, if you ain't seen the original Popeye with Robin Williams, 1977, I think? Yeah. That's what I used to watch when I was a baby. When I was a young sweet pea. Yep. Only I never got no nicknames. Weirdo. Why do you always act like that? That was my nickname. What's wrong with you? That was my nickname. I'm Heyoka Empath, you know. I was tripping out on my ink. It's like it moves around like the Illustrated Man. I believe our tattoos are scars from that we have that we carry into this incarnation from past lives. That's what I believe. So evidently I had some sort of shoulder room. And like when people like them right square between the shoulder blades, yeah, you've been shot in the back. You've been stabbed in the back. Yeah. And like when they have like full sleeves, you lost the whole limb. Full legs, you lost the whole limb. You know, some people full body. You succumbed to all the storylines. So, anyway, I was tripping out because the story about the tattoo artist, I'm not going to go into that. It is highly synchronistic, and I talk about it in other stories. It's kind of funny that I use the same laptop, the same Mac top, in all the videos I do. Sometimes I'll use an external camera, not very often. I've tried to use my Nikon, it doesn't work. But if you go through like my history of all my videos, my tattoo jump sides. It switches arms. And Calvin, that was my first one when I was like 21. You know, like, so yeah, when I was a kid, I liked those. Instead of I didn't like Rubik's cubes. I couldn't figure them out. They made me mad. I'd get too frustrated. And my brother could do them like without looking. He has all the things that I don't. He's got the typing gene. He's got the indifference in his heart that I never found. I wanted it. I looked for it in a bottle for years. Anyway, so I always identified with those little snake, like chains. You could make a ball out of them, and you could make like a cross out of it. You couldn't do as much. You couldn't do that much with it, but it was just for a different-minded, able mind. You know, and it was more my line. So that's what that looks like to me. And then this looks like we got Saturn here, right? I got Saturn on my shoulder. That's a burner, man. That's a lesson. That's a very, and it has like the red and white stripes. And I was in the Air Force, so I don't identify with like I'm Heyoka. I do things in indirect ways because I'm trying to get people to see a different perspective than what they're always seeing, what they're always told. I'm trying to get people to live the same, not to stop living the same day over and over, and to just imagine how wonderful the world could be if they led with the idea that cooperation is nature's way. And that we're all the same, man. We are all the fucking same. And when I get mad at people for being arrogant and indignant and condescending, I am angry at me because those are ways I behaved. Ugly manners. There's no spirit in that. I'm a dick. I'm a dick, dude. I'm a dick. But every time I'm a dick, karmic retribution hammers me to let me know I can't act like that anymore. I can't be that way anymore. Anger is anger, justifiable or not. And energy fields like me, short the fuck out. I can't afford it, man. I can't afford it. I like the tiger one because I'm Gear the Tiger. I'm all kinds of freaking ferociousness, and people just freaking tough loved me my whole life, and then I grew up and then all of a sudden everyone's like, why are you so hard to love? And I'm just like, fucking what? I never said I didn't want the sweet stuff. People just assume that I don't need it. But I always did, so I learned how to give it to me. I learned how to soothe myself, and if other people can learn how to soothe themselves, then they don't want to go out there and harm others. In the next few weeks, in the heat of the summer, when people don't get to go to their favorite places and they don't get to do their favorite things, they're gonna get pissed, and that shit, anger comes out sideways. I know it. I don't have the type of mind that can handle living the same day over and over. So I go through great lengths to keep me entertained, to keep mom entertained, because mom's good with it. She can live the same day over and over. She's good, just Longmire, We have our conversations and we have our daily practices, and we keep her agile, man. We got a new toothbrush today. We were even on a regular schedule of a toothbrush, and I left her to her own laurels, and I thought she could, and then, so for last year, like every day, we brush our teeth and I bring the cup out. Here's your spitter, old lady. I mean, we have to make fun of the situation, because if as Heyoka, I always gotta look at the light in situations. I have to. If I don't, man, I go right to shadow. I'm Scorpio moon, Western and Vedic too. I'm comfortable in all places, so like, since mom is so good with living the other day, one of the things that I can do to break up the monotony of just, because she's been getting up earlier. Sometimes it varies, but basically her eating schedule is the same, flush the toilet at the same time. Everything's the same, because we're all just patterns, and it's what we do with our spirit is to break up that monotony. And I see so many people live the same day over and over. I don't even know how they do it, and then they act like they're happy and they ain't, and that shit comes out sideways too. I highly recommend people start making anger stations. Yep, stations that people can go just like and freaking throw water balloons. I see cans of food and stuff like that. I'd much rather people see getting them in a big old huge ugly freaking food fight. I'd rather, honestly, people fling shit, instead of water balloons, poop balloons, and stuff like nasty stuff like that. No, don't do that. Don't. I should not even put that out there. But what I'm saying is, food fights, water balloons. Keep it light, playful. Keep the arms down. Don't pick up the sword. You live by the sword, die by the sword, and. So many hotheads. All I see is hotheads, because I am one. I went to the markets, freaking Walmart today. I had no problem. I kept my head down, just got my list. And then I got freaking stopped at the door. I got stopped at a door by a little short round fuck. And he stopped me, and then he's like bottlenecks everybody. And I'm like, I didn't realize I was paying for membership prices at Costco. Like, he was going to check my receipt. I'm like, you don't have any authority to do that. He's like, you're supposed to be wearing a mask. I'm like, that's what, oh, so I'm not following the rule. You're going to put me in. I'm like, I'm a veteran. Fuck your mask. He's like, I am too. Well, I'm like, well, evidently you're the kind of veteran that takes it in the ass, you little fat fuck. Get out of my way. Yeah. I talk to people like that impede the progress of others because they're little, tiny, fucking control freaks. And their lives are small, so they have to guard the door at Walmart and say, you should be wearing a mask. I don't like when people tell me what to do. I don't go around telling people what to do. I talk about the recommendations of what happens when you live in a life of shadow and ego, compared to what happens when you live in a path of light. My examples, I have a lot of bad ones because I've made a lot of mistakes in my life because I am a spiritual being having a human experience, and these fucking soul sacks are weird, man, and what people do to feel good is weird to me. It's like they don't acknowledge that they have a spirit at all, and that is fucking bizarre. Drink it away, eat it away, opioid it away, whatever you can do to justify your ego. I'm just doing my job. I just doing my job, squad. I have to take care of my family, so I'm gonna not help you. I'm gonna be a dick to you and not help you. Last week, the Office of Aging called. I haven't heard from them in 7 months. There's 98 caseworkers in that office. They're all supposed to be working from home. But ain't nobody's calling to see if Retta's okay. Right? They're the ones that give me my allowance. My bi-weekly $500 allowance. I don't get my VA. My VA doesn't get accounted with my wage of what they recognize. My Bachelor of Science degree in business information, my resume doesn't get incorporated. They just give me what they feel like bus drivers make more than what I'm given to take care of for my mother. Yeah, and she's a native elder. I mean, her spirit, I get my ability from power of telekinesis from her. So you think that people would help me a little bit more, take care of her, because she's really important. See, because her bloodline has been on Turtle Island since, documented and probably longer, the 1500s, since before all this fucking nonsense came into our bloodstream's radar. The controller, controllee, no. Everybody was free to migrate, Central America all the way up to Canada. No fucking walls. They just travel, came and go as they went. No borders, no taxes, no this, no that. And all these brilliant ideas came up with all these ideas on how they can, well, make money. Money's not even real, but the path is. See what I mean? Who's retarded? Oh, my lawn. Anyway, probably talking to myself today. I don't really mind. I'm used to talking to myself. I am. It's entertaining. Sometimes like, you know, I'm never alone. I'm never alone because I always have my own creative ideas, and I have my history, I have my present, I have the hopes for my future. It is so hard not to land on one idea of how you think things are going to be. It's really hard, man. To me, it's like, ever see Raiders of the Lost Ark, the end, when they're like, don't look, the greedy look, just don't look. See, it's the people without discipline. It's the people that haven't put any discipline, that have just, their self-will has completely run a fucking muck, run riot. Self-will completely run riot. It's the more than 51% of the population on the planet is doing every goddamn thing it wants to do, and there's no discipline in that. The spirit is in the discipline. Everybody, ain't nobody get to do what they want 100%. Everything there's give and take. It's universal law, yeah. It's universal law. It ain't no white, no brown, no yellow, no orange, man made up bullshit that says you do this. Why should I do this? Because this way, this way, this way, and this way are all better than fucking that. So old girl calls, she calls last week after 7 months from that office. Don't hear a word from anybody. Crickets, right? Crickets. 7 months into it. How's everything going with you? I'm like, it's been kind of a nightmare, really. But you probably don't want to listen to all the reasons why, right? Because you're so busy, right? So I'm like, you want to help me? I got to move here in the next couple months. So why don't you send me some names of some resources of some people that can help me find a place for me and my mom to go? This is my email address. Why don't you earn that wage that you get? Because according to the websites, the pay scale is anywhere from yeah. It's all nepotism. You can't get a job unless you know somebody in Salem, Oregon. That's how I'm unemployable. I couldn't even get a job at Rite Aid. No place. I tried it local co-ops places. I went in every day, checked on my application. I had when I was hot and heavy when I first got here. And evidently people found out I was here because I got turned down from state jobs. Just state jobs 67 times from state jobs alone. Nope, wasn't the right number. That's not the right number. It was more like 42. But that's a lot. I mean, with my work history and just have never had a problem ever. I've been working since I was 15. And I mean, it worked out. It was all divine because it turns out, moving out here was enough to freaking put mom in a different trajectory. So it just worked out. That's how things have always worked for me. They've always been divine. I'm just ready I'm getting a little sensitive. I'm getting a little tired in life, and I'm ready for the place where I just want to be and make my animal beds and do my videos and hang out and go hike on Mount Shasta and stuff and take pictures. And if I take pictures, if I meet people on the path, then I'll give them my business card, snapnacks, and hey, if you want me to come along, I'll quietly just take pictures of you and your family, and then give you the camera card, and then you can pay me whatever you think they're worth. Yeah. Just send me your PayPal. Just PayPal me what you think. I work for gratuity, and I think that if people stopped and looked at what I had to offer, that their gratuity would be substantial enough to sustain me and my mother, where I wouldn't have to rely on any fucking outside bullshit, any organization that I am freaking smarter than these. It's just, and it's embarrassing. It's ego deflating is what it is, and I'm tired of deflating my ego. I listened to Rick Levine today, and he's Aries too. I dig him. We ain't 100% with nobody. I was listening to the Astrology Hub. She has good talks. But, the ego is important. The ego is necessary. It's important. It's just mine gets so big, I don't want it to freaking do to me what... I tell that to Mom often. I'm like, I don't want it to do to me what it does to other people, I know that's why my tube ain't ever going to be big, because if it gets too big, I just might freaking get too big for my britches and burn myself out. And then I'll just be another one of those stories, another one of them that just sold out, I can keep true to my rule. My rule, though, that is my insurance. Is that whatever goodness I acquire monetarily, I will keep 49% of me, and I will pay 51% forward. That's how I stay congruent. Artie's having a dream. They broke today. I dropped them. I was at the laundromat and I was freaking trying to do the stupid mask thing and it fell off my head and freaking. But hey, you know what? The thing of it is even in Mercury retrograde, shit breaks all the time. But you know what? I'm a fixer. I fix shit. That's what I do. If there's shit. I mean, my biggest challenge is determining when, like, shelf life, time of death, like walk away. You know. That is, it's hard, but it's boundaries and calling it, and it's cool because like. My same flame story just came back around. We haven't talked in 3 years, and we started and it was like the story is like, yeah, it's favorable, so I tried it. You know, I'll try anything. I'll try. Let's just see if let's just test it out. Let's just test it. Let's beta test this, right? Astrology. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. What? She answered, you know, and then we talked for a while, but it was like. All the astrology said, yeah, you do that, you're setting yourself for a breakup because it ain't reunion time, homie. So you're doing it to yourself. So I'm like, you know, and then a couple days ago it was on the 6th. And I knew it was coming, you know. It's just, and it was at that point, it's like, what is it that I'm going to say that's going to be the breaking point? And I found it, and she's like, how about we just be done? And I was like, alright. Well, the last time she said that, I threw a tantrum, freaking, like, it didn't go well. Wrote a nasty gram on, like, review about her boss that she, like, dated before, just talking shit about how his baby boy bitch, his mom bought him a veterinary clinic because he's such a good boy. I mean, it was just, I'm such a dick. I don't know. And plus, my ego is gone because I freaking jumped off the wagon, burned the wagon down, and then freaking here comes ego Marge. Fuck it. Nobody gonna talk to me nowhere. I'm just gonna give everybody a reason not to. Freaking. So acted like a fool. I don't think that was that bad. Anyway, long story long. So at least this time, I just said, as you wish. Goodbye, Nora Beth. Goodbye. So, I'll check in every now and again on Obi Dog Journey. That's her page over there. That's her project. That's her heart space. She's the heart space of Obi Dog Journey. Obi, the biggest loser. Doxy edition. Yeah, it's her energy, man. It was her vibe. Long before I ever even saw her, it's just her snarky way that she would respond to people that would say stupid shit. I'm like, I gotta know who this is, and I got to know who that was. Mission, I mean, goal, mission, you know. I make connections with people sometimes when I want to. I don't really want to very often because most people ain't worth it connecting. I really gave her my effort at all. Like, I didn't even get a chance to do my A game or nothing, but my A game would be like, you know, having to go to a Friday night meeting and picking up a girl and then going to see, getting, you know, badass tickets that a lady I know at the radio station got me comped for rent for the chorus line, front row seats at the chorus line. I mean, I go big. I'm April 9th, 1974. Same heart space as freaking the go biggers in history, you know? Go look on your birthday and see who's done what that's been born on the same day as you. Yeah, go check that out. You know, see who you're like, good and bad. Because I'm like some seedy, nasty, gross, low vibe, no vibe people that got to live long, powerful lives from having no vibes, and I don't want to be that frequency. I'd rather live fast, loud, truthfully, and burn out early. Because my endocrine system, I'm pretty sure, I feel the electricity surging through my body. That's why I meditate. I got to meditate about an hour, 20 minutes today. It was freaking wonderful. People who don't meditate, you're the ones that are ruining the world. All of you. If you can't lay there for 10 minutes and just feel the sensations of your body, and then do that lead up to longer and longer periods of time, and just to get to know yourself, yeah, you're why the world is shit. Everyone that doesn't meditate, you all need to be accountable. PayPal me $10 every single one of you fuckers. Fuck masks. You don't meditate. PayPal me. You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. 10, 15, 20 bucks to Marge. Straight people like rainbows too at gmail.com. I got the truth speaking tea to prove it. I got all kinds of teas. I bully bullies. I nama your stay. Cooperation is nature's way. I could do this all day, 'cause I'm Heyoka. Hey! Hi, Joni. Oh, that's the thing. She's my same flame. She's the only one that fits the criteria. I mean, I know that there are other people that can, but she's Nora Beth. She just doesn't understand me just like anybody else. But I can't get her to ever talk to me or like video chat because she's such a control freak. It can't always be on your terms. I'm like, alright dude, call me anytime you want. And then she never calls. And then I'm like, hey, are you gonna call me? She's like, all I want to do is hang out with her. That's it. She has dogs. I have dogs. Let's do a dog rescue thing, you know? Just give people advice. Share your experience. I got so much experience with just dog health care and the importance of dinner. I mean, she's a vet tech. Dude, people would watch her. She's snarky. She was on the Today Show. She used to be on freaking a lot of talk shows. She's just a Libra. She's a bitch. It's so funny. I was talking to a kid today at the laundromat. I've seen him before. He's a good kid. We do our stuff and then go out and then take the stupid mask off. And he's Scorpio. I'm like, dude, yes. I'm like, I'm Scorpio moon and Western and Vedic too. I'm like, they always wondered why we bite them. Why we sting them. Everybody gets stung in some capacity or the other. We do it. We're going to tell you we're going to do it. And don't fuck with us or we're going to do it. And maybe we'll do it even if you're not fucking with us. Just to remind you that if you do fuck with us, this is what's going to happen. I love being a contrarian. I can talk myself out of anything, you know. It's all about balance. As long as I'm not fanatic. That this is what I believe and I believe this and you need to believe what I believe and blah, 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 blah. No, don't believe what I believe. I'm not for the mainstream. I'm contrarian, dude. I'm Heyoka. I am the one that says, hey, why is everybody thinking the same way? What are they all looking at? I'm the little girl going, homeboy don't got no fucking clothes on, man. Why is everybody praising that naked man in the parade? That's Heyoka. We salty as fuck. We salted the earth. Salty, salty, salty. I got, like, someone, on social media, somebody's father chimed in, said, these are my daughters and I'd never seen them before. And I was like, hi, Leon. And can I please speak to Rico? It wasn't quite that pitch. Can I please speak to Rico? It's more like that. It's been 20-something years. You gotta forgive me. Anyway, I was like, hi. You know, that was their dad. I've never seen him before because when I knew him, social media didn't exist. And I don't even know if they were, like, even because I run around with them quite a bit. And it was during the Clueless era. Rolling with the homies, you know. That was a cool timeline. See, in timelines, you can't do shit like that. I mean, you can, like, show your kids and your nieces and your nephews, you know, but you can't redo that shit. Because Brittany is in heaven, you know. I want to thank each and every individual who is taking this time period. I haven't said this in a while, and it's important that I say it now. Before we incarnate, we know when our expiration date is. We know when our shelf life up is. Something in us knows this is it. Because I've had too many of other accounts where I'm like, is this it? And then it wasn't. So, you know, we know when our number's up. Okay? There's some, it's a grace that comes with it. Okay? It's part of being a human. It's a gift of being a human that no matter what happens, as long as you can keep yourself still, there's a grace that comes with taking your last breath. But it's only your last breath in this incarnation. So if you live it to the fullest, you won't be ever scared to take that last breath. I ain't never scared to take that last breath. That's why if I ever meet a marauder, make it count. And I am sure to let them know I am Heyoka, standing turtle. Consider this. Is this the karma that you want to pass on in your family line? Taking my light? I don't want the karma of taking yours. Because weird shit happens with me. Guns jams, you know, if they're pointed at me. I'm a slider. The universe has divinely protected me for a long time. I'm a fool, dude. I'm the one that, like, frickin' plays with science. I'm the kid that frickin' burns their hand because they did the opposite. They did their own version of the tongue on the cold pole. I got my hand stuck to the inside of a freezer one time. But I happened to have a container of water right there and unplugged it. So I was all ready. I was prepared. You know? I've always been trying to figure stuff out. I've always, like, gotten hurt and, like, oh, overshot the mark there. Oh, miscalculated that, you know. So as you get older, you're supposed to learn your lessons and calculate risks more and not do more stupid shit, you know. And I'm talking about even drinking, man. Drinking is so toxic. It is so toxic. I was telling other stories, and I just go off on tangents. It's just, I just talk in circles. I usually have a way of making it come back around. So I think that's a good time to call it. That always feels right. I heard one time, and it bolds true, and I challenge anyone to test it in your own realms, your own frequency, wherever that be. It's every 20 minutes, I don't care how big of the room is, there's a moment of silence. There's like a lull where the energy dips. Every 20 minutes, check it out. I've tested it time and time again, so that kind of gives me an idea of when, because I don't like talking too long, because that lets me know my ego's a little too much. Take it down a little bit there, Turbo. Hope you have a good evening. Peace.